Hey, okay, this video is for Daniel. Got your parts finished up. Just text you actually, and go ahead and show them to you. Show you the work that they'll require to be finished pieces. As you know, I casted them in fiberglass in gel coat. There are potholes and stuff like that, which I'm going to show you you'll need to fill. And these are from the original muckle mold, so they will need work to produce a perfect suit. My personal suit that's cast in resin, I'm actually going to redo in this method because this is while it's still not super light, it's a lot lighter than the resin. Because the resin you have to pour so thick to get strength, whereas fiberglass is, this is one layer. You're looking at about a 1/16 thick. It's a little thicker in the stress areas, where I tripled up the amount of fiberglass and such, in case you want to put your Chicago screws and stuff in here. I did that as well on the chest piece. But I'll go ahead and walk you through the parts here. This is the backpack. You'll see how just from the molds you have excess material here, which is not too bad because you could just sand this down smooth, and then your recesses you'll just smear you some Bondo over there and you'll be good. Every now and then you'll find a little void, like this is actually a void between the fiberglass and the gel coat. Just pour your little Bondo in there or just smear over that. Either way, they'll be in non-stress areas, so they won't affect the strength of your armor. The side pieces here are a little thin. I usually trim them all the way back out to here, back even with this round part, but I'll leave that just in case you want to do it. Anyway, that's the backpack. I went ahead and painted the insides, all the parts black, and the outside is primer already, so they're actually ready for paint. But if you're going to do sanding and stuff, you're going to put primer anyway. But the primer helps me just show you how the parts actually look, than being in a dark medium. Go to the adjust piece here. Keep in mind these parts were originally molded off of a statue, so they're molded on the statue's shape. However, if you need to bend this to form this to your body, just use a heat gun. I've heat gunned a little on the cod pieces because they're the most statue warped. But anyway, this is a chest piece. The details are nice. It's pretty big. So this piece is actually like probably one of the best pieces because it doesn't need a whole lot of work, just sanding actually. And like I said, I put you some extra reinforcement on these joints here, so if you need to screw something to them, it'll be really sturdy. Again, really hardcore, hard and light. The chest piece is light. And I also did reinforce the sides here, because if you're packing your armor and stuff like that, these are the areas that tend to crack. If this was resin, this is where it would break off if it had something dropped on it. So that's the chest piece. I'll do the calves last because they're the most roughest, but this is roughest. They're the most roughest. Okay. Anyway, this is the butt plate. The butt plate is not fancy. Like I received these molds from somebody, and I did not actually mold these pieces, but I do own the rights, and I do cast from them. This appears to be where he tried to extend the butt piece. Now there's excess of material here, so you can actually sand this smooth. These areas are meant to be sanded smooth, so that's why it was just clay originally put there. But these flaps here are reinforced. They're very hard on the edges. It's very sturdy. Plate bends well. I wouldn't sit on this constantly. because that much weight might eventually crack it, but you could probably do it quite a few times. That's up to you, but it's just fiberglass, so to repair it you just put more fiberglass and resin, just paint it on the inside. So if you do decide to reinforce, you know, scuff this so the fiberglass sticks. But overall it's okay. It's okay butt piece. Here is the cod piece. It has some raised areas on it as well. Well, you'll need to sand down, or not. If you're going for a battle damage look, it's already got it. Now you'll notice it is very curved in here. I did try this earlier with a heat gun and was able to bend these out and in. So you will be able to curve it to your body with a heat gun. If you don't have a heat gun, you could use the top of a stove. However, I do not recommend that because the paints these painted with are flammable, as well as fiberglass is very flammable. So these drips you see here are fiberglass resin that I poured in the edges here where there was a separation between the gel coat and the fiberglass. But overall you'll find this is a very strong cod piece, and your groin will be very much so protected. Alright, now moving on to the shins. The shins are rough. I'm not gonna lie. They do need some work. But most of it's sanding work. So you'll sand down. There is some holes for you can fill, and so some sanding work needed. Of course your seam line, which is awful on these molds. But shins, very stout. Very stout. They're double enforced fiberglass on the inside. They're very thick, gel coat and primer. What you're going to want to do though is in both these shins and in each armor piece, okay? Each armor piece, and I only do this with the kits that I, you know, are non-rough cast kits that I get to more of a paintable stage. You're going to want to take some rough grit sandpaper and put your glove on and just sand down inside here. Now I'm running my hand inside here. I don't really feel a lot of pricklies, mostly because I went in with my Dremel and my drum wheel and I knocked down all the big pieces, all the big spikes. So it's not really that bad. But by taking the rough grit sandpaper and scuffing down in there for anything you feel, you will knock all the pricklies down. And once you put your padding in there and stuff, you should be good to go. You will need padding because this is based on a 7-foot Master Chief. So this shin here is, I guess they're equally as rough. This left one here has an area here where it has fiberglass exposed, where you'll need to smear you some Bondo and round this back off. But overall, this is a pretty decent one as well. Layered up in fiberglass and gel coat, and yeah. So just showing you some rough edges, and you know, some people just put black paint in there, and you never even see those rough edges. But some sanding because the texture is bumpy. Now I don't know if it was like that on the statue or that's just how the molds are, but it does have quite a bit of roughage on the front of these shins. So also there's a dimple in both of these shins. I don't know if that's supposed to simulate a calf muscle or if that is a dent. Either way, if you apply your heat gun here, you can push it out if you want to. Mine are just left like that. So but yeah, I think overall, for the value and the strength of fiberglass, I think you'll be satisfied with these parts. If you have any questions, you can text me, Daniel. Anybody else has any questions, you can email me at twocoast@live.com, or you can find me on the website twocoastcustoms.com. This is not a suit I distribute. But if you need parts to finish your suit, I do trades. So I trade goods for goods, and yeah. So Daniel, I hope this was thorough. If there's anything else I need to cover, just let me know, and I'll go over that. Thank you.